Peace, 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 peace. Now, we've been running into some technical difficulties. In last live, we witnessed them. Me and OBS were getting reacquainted. So before we get started and we get into this beautiful cosmic Q&A, which you came here for, which thank you, gratitude, peace tribe, peace family. Thank you for joining us here. If you're new, my name is Mark Anthony. Welcome to Elevated Talk. So before we get into this lore, I'm going to make sure that y'all can hear me, all right? I'm going to make sure that y'all can actually hear these beautiful divine words. Let's go. Let's go, okay? We're in action. They cannot shut off. They cannot turn it off. This beautiful lore that's about to go on. Now, in last live, you seen I had the overlay, but we're going to get real professional pretty soon. And I'm going to have the chat on the screen and everything. So just stick with me. And we going to be upgrading more and more. So I want to first thank everybody for joining me here on this live. I hope you guys have had a beautiful week. It's Friday. It's the new moon. And, we're shifting. We're evolving. The new moon is all about, new chapters. And this one it's alignment, bro. New moon, first day of the month, right? All of that. So just want to put that energy out here into as we get into this cosmic Q&A. So earlier this week on Monday, I sent out the newsletter. If you're not in the newsletter, drop down, link below, Elevated Oasis. You'll see a little tab on the website pop up on the right screen. Click it, put your email in, and you join the Elevated Oasis newsletter. And as I stated in other videos, that's going to be like our kind of community hub for right now, right? But here's the thing. When I drop the actual community hub, right, physically manifested, it's only going to be on a newsletter. So if you want to find out more information and more cosmic ponder and more things like that, join the newsletter, all right? So I'm not even going to go on any rant about how you can support the channel, all right? You already know what to do. And if you're looking to heal, there's a divine course on the Elevated Oasis website, all right? So I asked y'all on Monday, right? What are some questions? What's been on your heart? But also yesterday, just for the YouTube family too. We're all a big one happy family. All right. There's no separation, no division here. Okay. So I asked you guys, what are some things that y'all been pondering on? What are some questions you have and things like that? And y'all responses were beautiful. Some of y'all typed like 5 different questions. So I might not get to all the questions in this cosmic Q&A. Might do a part 2. So just stay tuned. All right. But I want to just pick out some ones that really resonated with me. And I asked y'all to put y'all usernames, but some of y'all got some interesting usernames. Or leave it anonymous. So it was up to y'all. And the first one that I want to tackle is shout out to Wellness with Sam. Okay. What inspired you to dive so deeply into mindfulness and higher consciousness work? So I'm glad you asked this because I realized I don't think I've ever given an origin story since the beginning of this channel. Now for my OGs who know, you know, all right? Well, that's all I'm going to say. If you know, you know, all right? Let's just say we got a vault, okay? What inspired you to dive so deeply into mindfulness and higher consciousness work? Okay, so just a memory flash, right? What inspired me was I was 16, right? I'm gonna give y'all a story, all right? I was 16, all right? Overweight, going bald at 16, right? Going bald at 16. Those two things, to me, was like the end of the world, bro. Obviously, I was getting made fun of, but by then, being overweight my whole life, like I had tough skin. It didn't really consciously, it won't affect me, but soon to find out subconsciously that shit was affecting me, right? And so I remember having a conversation with myself, and I was like, bro, like I feel like, and this is a thought I always had. If I lose the weight, all my mental torment is gonna go away. Nobody's ever gonna bully me again. Nobody can say shit about me because I'll be skinny, I'll be fit and everything like that. So that was my intention in losing the weight. And I was obviously, being healthy. I remember like what really sent me into it. I went to a doctor's office and they was like, yo, bro, like you on pre-diabetic. And I was like, oh, hell no, heavens no. So that plus being bald at 16 plus being overweight, really sent me into like wanting to lose the weight. And it's like, okay, like there will be no more problems once I'm skinny. And I thought that my entire life. And so I remember it was 2021 summer, and me and my sister, we was going to the gym every day, almost every day. And me and that Stairmaster, the gym I went to, which was dope, the gym that I went to, it had a what's it called, a movie room. So there was like little workout equipment, and one of them was a Stairmaster. And you go on the Stairmaster and watch a movie, right? And so me and that Stairmaster, we was best friends all summer. So I'm on the Stairmaster, I'm lifting weights, I'm doing legs, I'm doing abs, all of that, right? End of the summer comes, sister goes off to college, I cut my hair, I go bald, right? I used to have curly hair. And the arc begins, right? And so I lost the weight, yet I was still facing the mental torment. I was still facing the just the shame, the guilt, the pressure, and all of the mental battle. And so through plant medicine and exploring self and doing other things, I started to recognize that this life that I was living, it was more than just the physical. And if I really wanted to heal myself, if I really wanted to find the root to these thoughts and things like that, I would have to explore more than the physical. And so it was from there that it was like fall. Yeah, that fall, just that 2021 fall leading into 2022. I just started to explore, bro. I started to really dive deeper. I remember having this really transformative experience, and it was very dark, but it was what kind of led me one into the chakras, and also to really just kind of recognize what this reality really is. And so I remember I was working a job at Harris Teeter, and I was having deja vu every day, bro, every day. And that was driving me freaking nuts, bro, freaking nuts. And so it was just, and this was like this, your dark night of the soul going through the beginning. And this gets me into like last live in the last videos, we've been kind of talking about this shift and things like that. Like, I feel like collectively, that's what stage we're kind of in right now, is that dark night of the soul, where you're realizing a lot of truths, you're recognizing a lot of things like that has been hidden in the shadows, and it's like a lot of darkness rising all at once, and it's uncomfortable as fuck. You're seeing all this darkness, you're like almost having a rebirth every single day, and it's uncomfortable, yet it holds a purpose so that you can recognize your truth and evolve, right? And so that's where I was at, and like almost every day I'm having realizations and things like that. And I'm now like into the chakras. I went vegetarian because I remember watching the videos like, you must, for its full effects, you must go vegetarian. And I was just diving deeper and deeper into spirituality, trying to just explore the more that there was. And at first it was for monetary gain, like manifestation and stuff like that, riding that trend. But as I sat deeper and deeper, it just started to become more about healing my mind and evolving and evolution. And so I remember it was like 2022 of February, I quit my job and I started to focus on how to become an entrepreneur, how to become, financially free and things like that. And so to answer your question, what inspired me to go so deeply into mindfulness, it was recognizing that there's so much more to this physical, bro. There's so much more to this physical. And that's why like I'm very keen on understanding the basics, because I have like 5 journals filled of just just knowledge, observations, and I'm an analytical person, so I had to learn how to mindfully analyze myself without sending me into shame and things like that. So it's just recognizing the energetics behind this life, recognizing the basics. And that's why I'm keen on talking about the basics and things like that, because my journal is just filled with tools, lessons learned, and things like that. And when we can allow life to become our teacher, it's raps, bro. It's raps. So shout out to Wellness Sam for that question. All right. And thank you for that question, because I know I never really did an origin story or things like that. And if y'all still want a deeper origin story, or I may still do one for my people who missed the live, But that's the origin story of Mark Anthony Inspires, the divine soul you see right now. All right. Low key though, let's see about how do we feel about getting some vibes in here. Or y'all want it silent? I don't know. We'll keep it silent. We'll keep it silent. Okay, next question. And if y'all got any questions in the chat, let me know. If y'all got any things that come to mind, let me know. Let's see. Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna just go random. I'm gonna close my eyes. Okay. Roots and branches. What resources do you recommend for finding local farmers markets or co-ops? Okay, that's actually a very good question. So I'm big on sustainability. I'm big on not only inner healing ourselves but healing Mother Earth too. And the great way to do that is just shopping locally, returning the power back to our community. But some people may not know what that means, and so that's why I wrote an ebook on Elevated Oasis. It's free. If you go to Elevated Oasis, the link down below, and you go to Eco Info, I highly suggest reading the whole book. But under the eco book is a 6-page Google Doc of all resources that will help you live more sustainably, find local farmers markets and co-ops near you, and just you'll see a whole bunch of resources, and I put the evidence to everything in there to back up what I was saying and stuff like that. But just to give you some things that I do personally is I do shop at local farmers markets. I do shop at co-ops. I have a garden. I have a compost to reduce waste. It's just little things like this that add to our collective ascension, because there's this picture that's on the website, and it's basically explaining what our 5D realm will be like, because as I've stated, we're in that dark night of the soul, so we're transitioning through dimensions like consciously, and it's been happening. I personally, I don't even want to get into that lore, because there's just so many different ways to go, but I personally think that we are in a higher level of consciousness, but there's still so much more to go. And so there was a picture of what it would look like for a 5D conscious collective to be physically manifested here in the physical. And a key thing about it was, sustainability, like having sustainable agriculture, having, community empowerment, in the sense that we're no longer giving all of our money to these big box corporations and things like that, but we're finding ways to live more sustainably. We're finding ways to give back to Mother Earth rather than just stripping from Mother Earth. And so that's why I wrote that ebook on Elevated Oasis. So I definitely highly suggest, if you're looking for any resources and you're looking for local farmers markets near you and things like that, definitely go check that out. Thank you for that question. Roots and branches. Okay. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna close my eyes again. Y'all really got some interesting ass questions though, for real. Let's see. Okay. This one's anonymous. How has your weight loss journey impacted your spirituality and mental strength? Okay. I kind of touched up on that, but I'll give some more lore on that. When I was going through my weight loss journey, I was in a very dark place, in the sense that I was pushing myself a lot to the max, and I think it was coming from a place of shame. I didn't want to when I would work out and things like that, I would just be I would push myself to just go, very masculine oriented. And how it's helped me is recognize where my shame was stemming from, and it also gave me the strength to recognize that I can do this. I can go through transformations. I do have the power to go through dark transformations, and that power lies within all of us. And I think it's just really about recognizing it. And sometimes, we are called to those dark moments, but it's not to break us. It's not to, and it may feel like it's breaking us, but it's really putting us through that pressure so that we can become the diamond that we are. So I feel like the weight loss journey for me was just showing me some of my darkest times so that I could recognize that I have the power to face any type of darkness and come through it. I just heard a car beep as I finished that. So that's alignment for anybody watching. Thank you. Shout out to Anonymous for writing that. Let's see. And what I'm also gonna do, just right quick, is just for my people, because last live the audio didn't play, so I'm not gonna take my chances right now. But what I will do is I'm gonna leave in the chat the link to the Divine Soul that I watched to get all cosmic alignments. And so if you're watching this, maybe after a little days after or right now, and it's November 1st, the new moon, you can know how this new moon is affecting you and things like that. So I'm gonna put that in the chat real quick. But let's see. Next question. And I'd love to hear about y'all journeys too. In the newsletter, feel free to respond. Like I said, the newsletter is really where you can reach back out to me. Despite me being a young guy, I do answer my emails. I may get into SMS marketing, but I don't know yet. I don't know. Cause for me, like, the newsletter is more about like building community rather than just like marketing. And so I don't know if I want to go that route, but I do know like a lot of y'all be on y'all messages more than the emails. So I don't know yet. Okay, here's a good one. Energy Wave 23. What are some practical ways to protect our energy on a daily basis? That's a good question. It's a very good question. Let me first, real quick, find the video I'm looking for real quick. Hold up. Boom. Copy link. Boom. All right, bet. I'm putting it in the chat. One second. I really feel, bro, like, bro, this new moon special for sure. Damn, it's not gonna let me copy in the chat. Hold up. There we go. Boom. All right, there y'all go. That's the new moon video right there. So, what are some practical ways to protect our energy on a daily basis? Okay, so to understand this, we got to understand the energetics, right? So our electromagnetic field, it has the power to radiate. I think it's like maybe like 12 feet out or maybe 6 feet out, somewhere around there. And that's really like our force field. That's our protection for real. And so what I've recognized in my journey is that if you protect yourself, the only thing that will happen is like mental attacks. And what I mean by that is they'll only be able to maybe penetrate your mental energy, but that's when you can notice it and like clearly dissolve of it, because I feel like it's in the mental energy where everything is easily alchemized. So to protect your energy, one, I would say start meditating some more, just so you can actually know what is your own energy. Because a lot of the times, and I've had this experience, we're picking up other people's shit and we don't even recognize it. So we're feeling dense, we're feeling this way because we've picked up other people's stuff and we haven't even recognized it. So I would say start meditating more, just so that you can get used to your own energy. One thing that I started to do is Tai Chi. And one of the first things that you do before you start your Tai Chi or your Qigong is you move very subtly and in whatever motion you wish, and you breathe, and you really just sense your own energy. You feel your own energy. What does that essence feel like? What does that ancient divine being that you are feel like? And so this gets you into helping you recognize your own energy more and more, so that you can recognize anytime, like, either somebody's sending an attack, or you're out of that natural peace that you are that we are naturally radiating at. So that's key one, is just meditate more and get to know your own energy. 2 is zip up your chakras. Okay, what I mean by that is basically like embracing your inner magic, right? You have a way where you can zip up your chakras, right? And what that means is just basically putting a protective seal over your chakras, which puts a protective seal over your energy. So whenever you're going into an event, maybe whenever you're going into, just anything, like, it's about your intention and your imagination. So just take a moment, maybe if you're in the car, right, and you zip up your chakras, okay? And so you can see it, you can feel it. I'm sure there are words that you can say to do that. I know you also have things like your sigils and your runes, and that's on the more mystic and magical aspect of things. So feel free to look up further more about runes and sigils, which are basically just signs of protection that go into your own intention and things like that. So that's another way. You have your crystals, right? I know amethyst is pretty good for protection. I'm not big into crystals. I basically, what I'll do is, if I feel called to work with the crystal, I'll basically just derive my research for that specific crystal. So I couldn't give you much lore on crystal work and how different things work, but I can tell you the ones I've used for protection. Amethyst, clear quartz is a pretty good one. I don't know if it's centered on protecting, but I've heard that it's a pretty good powerful crystal. And lapis lazuli, you can pronounce it lazuli, lazuli, lapis lazuli, something like that. But those are the 3 that I would recommend for protection. But like I said, I can't give you the best lore on crystal healing. So if you're looking for more protection, definitely do your own research on that. So we have meditate more, get to know your own energy, runes and sigils, zip up your chakras, crystal healing or crystal protections, copper. Definitely wear them with copper. I'm trying to think, just straight up magical spells. Like if you look up an incantation about how to protect your own energy, wearing a crown, wearing some type of hat to protect your crown chakra, to protect your bridge, right? Trying to think. Those are just some ways I've used in my personal experience. I know there's many more. There's many more. Calling on your ancestors, that's a big one. But just overall, like on a very basic level, the more you broaden and strengthen your auric field, the stronger it gets. So it takes more for anybody who's trying to fuck with your energy or anything like that to penetrate it. So just really elevating your vibration and things like that to help you move with a strong aura, right? Great question. Shout out to Energy Wave 23. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I have to do this. All right. So this one's anonymous. What inspired? No, okay, that's the wrong one. I'm reading the wrong one. What tips do you have for someone new exploring the chakras? Check out the chakra course on Elevated Oasis. That's all I gotta say. Now, but seriously though, any tips? If I could give you one tip, I would say to show up for yourself. And I know that sounds cliche, but the thing about the chakras is they've been activated, but they've just been influenced by other worldly things. And so when you go through them, you're awakening very powerful energy. You're awakening what's known as kundalini energy. And that's a very powerful force, a very powerful feminine force. And it can be uncomfortable. It can be very transformative, right? And we all know transformation. It comes with this ups, downs, sideways, left, rights, turns, and things like that, right? So when I say show up for yourself, it's just recognizing that every day may not feel the same. It may feel uncomfortable. You may be in bliss, and it's recognizing that all that you feel, all that you go through as you awaken the chakras, it holds its purpose to return you to your divine state, to return you to your divine remembrance. So just if you are looking to go through the chakras, like I say this with like jokingly but not jokingly, definitely check out the chakra course. It's well cultivated, oriented. I know it sounds a little biased, but I put my heart and soul into that one for sure. And just show up for yourself. And that's even like outside of the chakras, like your healing journey. Like show up for yourself. Like when I was losing weight, like there was times where the doubts, the fears, the shame, and all of that would creep in. But it's just recognizing your purpose in it. Recognizing, that this journey is here for you to evolve. So each day that we choose to show up for ourselves, and it may look different. That us showing up for ourselves may look different. And so allow it to be different. You don't have to do the same thing every day. You don't have to do the same practice every day. But allow yourself to show up for yourself. Don't give up on yourself. Never. It's going to get hard. It's going to get difficult. We are in the beginning phases of a major transition. Like I've stated this many times, like we've been in the pre-phase for a while now. And so now like we're really seeing things ramp up. We about to have this election. I feel like right now we're looking at two different like parallel universes. Whoever wins is going to take us into this one. It's going to take us into that one. Good, bad, left, right. It's not about that. It's about how we as a collective, you watching this video right now, choose to move with your energy. Where do you wish to put your energy, right? And so if you choose to put your energy towards evolution, towards healing, you got to understand that that's going to come with some darkness. That's going to come with some realizations that you may be swept under the subconscious rug. And so it's recognizing that even when you're facing that darkness, realize that it holds a purpose. Realize that giving up is not an option, bro. It's not an option. Like, it's not an option, bro. So I'm going to end it there. Thank you so much for all the questions. We definitely have some more questions to go through, so definitely stay tuned for part 2. But, bro, like, we just getting started. Like, and I say it, and I've been saying it, but, like, for real, like, stay tuned. Like, we really, like, just getting started, bro. We just getting started. Don't give up on yourself. Your journey has a purpose. Everything has a purpose, all right? If y'all wish to tap in with more of me, check out not the link in the description, but go to my channel, click the beacons, and y'all can get more of me on my Instagram and everything like that. But yeah, bro. I'm sending y'all nothing but peace, love, and light. My name is Mark Anthony. Thank you so much for joining us here. I Elevated Talk, the cosmic motherfucking show. All right. Peace to the ancestors. Peace to the gods and goddesses. And I'm going to catch you on the next one.